And we came down with an awful sound, and we took it for a ride. But the panther waiting sounds just like my mother when she howls. As I think of my feathered love, my mother's voice I hear. She tells me wish upon what falls, for lest it is a peace.
Dear Esty, is it normal to have a neck so long? You know humans have no idea where eels come from. No proof of male or female, or knowing how they multiply. Could that be why? That my mother was nothing but the ocean, blue. That I've had nothing to reach for but you, so long my neck winds the length of this riverbank. Love, Alti.
Dear Alti, you know, humans paint their porches blue, thinking spirits can't cross water. As if they could forget about you. Or me. Yesterday, I tied my arms and ears with abalone that rippled my hair like a flock of tambourines. I wrapped a boa, the brightest color of invasion, around my shoulders, and I felt sublime. The day was made for a wedding, and you were the dead fish I held to my lips. Love, Esty.
Dear Esty, a home in the mouth of river and sea makes me brackish in the way of blood. I'm unsure of my genus, or middle name, or where to find my family's secrets. If I were snake, I'd split my tongue along your patina pelt. If salamander, I'd bend hell from this brackish underfoot, set flare to your fur and make its oily hearth my home. If octopus, I'd leave this whole river inky soft. I'd sing my smoke signals backwards from the sea, tributary by tribute, until every dark stream leads you to me. Keep watch. One long dash means we've been classified invasive. Too short means we are the last ones left. None means I have gone extinct. But if you follow my dark current, I'll wash us both out to sea.
Dear Alti, did you know magnolias are millions of years older than butterflies? Their cross-pollination still relies on beetles, known for getting carried away, chewing petals all doily and numb. You can tell which tree survived the extinctions by this montage of mandibles, the flowers still trying to leather their way whole. This morning, Elise bittern landed in my scalp and twigged my locks as if nesting. I hung, as still as the sweet bells so as not to scare it. I laughed at the thought of an egg, and it leapt with a great ack, 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 shaking hoots of leaves on my head. If it happens again, we can keep the egg warm between us and name it honey. And when its wingspan outstretches our distance, it can teach us both the sky. Love, Esty.
Dear Esty, I've never given much thought to motherhood, but it sounds to me like an afterlife. How else does your body turn to more than mud? I've been wondering if I am a species that stays. If my mother buried her eggs and followed the moon back to sea, or if her forgetting was forced by fire. I like to think she was something simple, as otter or eel. A whale in love with a manatee, or a squid obsessed with the stars. What if we reincarnate feather by feather? If each time the blue heron swoops closer, she plucks my soul like spiderweb. Esty, there are so many ways to be lonely. Do you ever feel me in the sumac tree? The scarlet fronds or the rash they leave, and ask, how long have you loved me?
Dear Alti, I learned humans used to cut out the eyes of their lovers, to paste into lockets, that the crypts of color were obscure enough to keep their secrets safe. If so, I tie you silver around my neck in a pendant I've bent from nature's ruby warnings. If anyone comes looking, I've locked your lake-colored eyes in the algae bloom, the hawk-torn gizzard, the chitin shield of the red swamp crawfish, its crimson carapace rattling at my heart. Dear Alti, how are you? I heard the alligator teeth have all turned black. Is it true that the mercury makes each roe grow more devil than their milk roots? Would you tell me if your smile was too? Like the old humans who painted their teeth as myth to mark them separate from animal. Did they mean you?
Esty, I miss my old lagoon, the one with the carpet of water hyssop and that mud that sucked hundreds of shoes into its sulphurous graveyard. I never held my breath. I asked the crawfish what it feels like to be invasive, but the plovers answered instead, with their half-mouths, all at once. Love, Alti.
So I wish I were the smallest bones that wiggle in your fingers. My hands would spread like the crawfish red and never stop the linger.
I heard some animals will corner themselves extinct for the sake of beauty. The mannequin plumes, too heavy for flight, or the pig deer whose tusks curl back into their own sockets. And I worried for you. Send word soon.
Esti. Sometimes I wonder how many years the algae would need to tie my fins to the cypress knees, to let the barnacles build their bone colonies across my body until the fresh water pries their kiss. Halos of ghost hickeys across my back. I wouldn't resist to join the manatees in their mottled danger. It's been so long since I loved you for the first time. How long does it take for me to prove how heavy?
Dear Alti, I heard they caught you by Cathead Creek, that you thrashed the rice fields clean of their hulls, and the whistle ducks swooped to the frenzy. I heard the husks gilded your skin baroque with Carolina gold. I heard you got away. But as the morning sun rose red, I plucked the bluest from my bottle tree and smashed it against the cypress to be sure. Love, Esti.
Dear Esti, the river has turned strange and metal. One day I am Hydra, combing my locks with the spiny muscle, my hurt blooming new heads like jewel weed, blood orange and billowing, as if humans named my petals touch me not for the teeth serrating my leaves. Touch me, love. One day I spit my silver seeds in the eye of what holds me underwater. The next day I'm a fish, flopping toward my own underworld.
And what I'd give to live inside your ivory cage, the thrill of waking every day to kiss you through your rosy gaze.
Alti, I can't sleep. I tell myself the story of when humans caught you at Wolf Island Beach. The story that spread from the bluegill to the frecklebellies to the milkweed. Their whispers of seeds that assured me, when they pulled your body from the breakwater, it was just a papier-mâché shark. A doll, half as dazzling as you. Alti, I can't sleep. I repeat the best part. The human who left the doll on the beach called it art. And I think maybe he had seen you and loved you and left you, too, alone. Have pity, my love. I am not the only one you are drowning.
Dear Esty, wouldn't it be nice to die like the dinosaurs, falling hotly feathered, dropping our teeth like seeds in our footsteps? My love, what if we fossilized, bellied with sky and unburied each time the sun breaks our dirt?
Dear Alti, I haven't heard from you in so long, but I heard the river is rustling with nuclear fever. I heard the sturgeon are swimming circles, and a flock of manatees was found floating. My love, send word, or wing, or willowbud, any word that you're okay. Love, Esty.
Dear Esty, sometimes it's hard to tell what's killing me. If it's you, or the mercury, or something scratching from the inside out. What does it mean to go extinct? I watched a girl trace the litter in the tide line and thought of the day I'll be the shells she picks from the breakwater or the bones she sorts from her rice. Too brittle to crack a tooth, but hollow enough to thread around her neck.
Dear Alti, I heard the Altamaha has turned thick as cotton.
Have you ever followed the trill of the
its
turbine?
banded venom swelling south.
The manatees told me what it's like.
When the swamps caught
feel
fire,
the dull knife rudders
I gathered
and
the cottonwood
pirouette
sap
around the spine.
and followed the white-tailed grange
Last night,
to water.
I grew arms so long I could braid the
Can you
Altamaha
feel
to
which
the
way
Satilla,
animals
the
will corner
Satilla to
themselves
Sewanee,
extinct
the
for the sake of
Okalawaha
beauty?
to the Kissimmee.
Listen,
Sometimes it feels like you don't
I
exist.
need you
Join
to
the
swim
manatee.
downriver.
And sometimes I see your freckles
Run
in the Milky
from any
Way.
reed you've ever
And
seen.
the stars too quick to be anything but
and follow the
planes,
shark
but
teeth
for
until
the
the
time I
salt
run away, they're
burns your
falling down
gills,
my throat.
and the water
I'm
runs
choking
like
on your
glass.
smoke, and it makes me want to howl or
Do
bury
you hear
myself
me?
in the stars or bury myself in your fur or bury myself. What does it mean to go extinct? What I mean to say, I'm scattering towards the sea. I wish you could see how the riptides ruby with my bloom. How they wash my insides pink and I flutter like Franklinia. My dearest Esty, I'm sorry, but I couldn't hold the reeds. The blades went right through me and I grabbed the wind instead. I'm sorry, but their scarlet tips reminded me of you.
Dear Alti, I heard they caught you, that you washed up on a sandbar and they took you for an alligator, that you slipped away, but they left holes in the way that only humans can. I heard the delta is overflowing with all the colors you released. Alti, I remember what you said about the heron, but I hope you return like kudzu. So invasive, no tooth or toxin can smother your eyes. The sun, red as a sailor's warning. Last night I woke to an ibis crashing into the cypress knees, and it brought down the whole moon. It landed on my chest, and your name gargled me awake. This morning, I hung the bird at my neck, its beak digging toward the color of your eyes. Love, Esty.
I will tell you folks a little remedy for these yellow flies for future reference. Take 1 tablespoon of vanilla to 8 ounces of water in a spray bottle. Very cheap, very simple. Plus you smell sweet, maybe the bees might come bother you, but the yellow flies will kind of stay away from you. Now with the water being low and these boats running through here, folks, I would not drink this water. The word Okefenokee is a Seminole Indian word, means land of the trembling earth. All this burned right around you here with the fires. Young fella, I think you could wrestle that one right there. I think you could wrestle that one right there.
No. Well, I can try if I get in the water.
Folks, every now and then the alligators will chase one another through the parking lot out here. When this happens, we'll find people pick up their tail to see if they're a male or female. Don't realize, folks, this ain't Disneyland. These are the real things.
In Georgia and Florida area, status. So once those teeth wear down, they lose that one, and they already have one growing in place of it. So you see that tooth is actually black and brown, unlike these little curly white teeth we got over here. This is our water here. They'll actually stain our alligator teeth black. And it also has a really high acidity, and so it'll actually make our alligator teeth break down fast. Anybody got any questions about this? Dear my love, I've left you not in my last waking hours, but I'll show you how I draw close. Our body we